going to be making another tutorial video, and in this video I'm going to be showing you how to do the overlays shown in the video. It's a video I made previously. It's like a Hunter x Hunter AMV thing. So I'm just gonna start off from scratch and show you how I did a few of the things you've seen in the video. So first, obviously you want the music that you're gonna use for an AMV, and you want to, of course, cut it down to the size of the video you want. And then once you do that, you can adjust the volumes and such. I'm going to pull, I need to find the clip I want to use for the AMV. Just give me 1 second. Oh, it's not that one. I have all these imported still because I was just finishing. It's not that. I don't know why that's there. Alright, this is 1/2 of it. I used clips from 2 episodes of Hunter x Hunter. So let's see. We have the first half of it, which is only really shown at the end of the AMV, but it's still a thing I used. And then we have the first part of it, which is the main fighting and all that.
Off the drugs, cause that boy always hurting. Yeah. And I done been through a whole lot of things. Seen fire, just been dodging pain. My mama gave me everything, so I'ma work to give her everything. Drop the top, now that shit got no brain. Working hard, I'm just going insane. Yeah. Moving past, trying to stay on the low, cause I can never fuck with all the lames. Playing with my fucking soul, acting like this shit is a game. If I see him, said he really wants some, so all my niggas flame him. Drop the top on a new Bentley, now that shit got no brain. I got the top on a brand new coupe. Hop out the mines and then call me a boss.
As you can see, the green parts are what I cut out from this episode to use in the AMV. So I'm just going to make a cut in this so I can bring it over the part of the music that I want to use. Use this. Okay, so we have our first clip. And I'm just going to drag it to the start. So as you can see, this is the same scene I used, and I'm going to replicate the effects and text I used for the beginning, and you can see the overlay I used, so you can add it to the video you want. Also, I'm gonna leave a link in the description for the overlay packs I use. Yeah, make sure to credit the people who put them together. So all you have to do is download them, and then you can import them into any project you need, and then use them. Pretty simple. Alright, so the first one we have is this fire background. Now in this one it's the color of fire and stuff, but in the MV you see it's actually blue. So I'm gonna show you how to change the color and how to actually put the fire over the video. So as you can see, there's an option on the overlay called blend mode. You want to change that to screen. Alright, so once you change it to screen, as you can see, it shows the part that's in the video over the screen. So it's actually composited to your screen so you can see it, and that is how you add overlays to any video. Any of the overlays in the pack, you can use that method to add them. And pretty much I use different coloring effects and lighting to change the color. So I used tint, which is a pretty simple way to change the color of the fire to whatever you want. There's also a lot of other effects you can use if you have them. You can use glow just to give it more brightness and other things. Color correction. So tint to change the color to what you want to use. Alright, so if you change the bottom one, that is how you change the color of the tint. You can change it to whatever color you want. was changing these back. So we have red. As you can see, I have red here. In the actual part, I use, I think, like a bluish cyan color. You can use green. It's pretty much you can mess around with the different effects to, you know, adjust them how you want them to be. Blue looks pretty cool, so there's that. Or you can just not use a tint and, you know, it'll be a normal fiery color. Let's see if we add glint. You can see if I add glint, there's little sparkle effects or whatever you want to call that, glint effects. So there's basically a lot of different ways you can mess around with the effects to get what you want, but that's one way of adding the fire to any AMV that you want to use. Alright, so this part is a bit unrendered, so it's going a little bit slow. So as you see, I have the text there, and then I have the fire in the background. I'm also going to be showing you how to do the text as well. It's not that hard, but these are the settings. I use digital damage for the distortion, of course, and some transitions there. So this is another overlay I think some people were talking about in the comments. I'm going to show you what it looks like without that overlay. So this is that scene without that overlay. It looks, you know, it is what it is. And then if we add it, you know, it adds like a whole nother look to it. So this is the original overlay. This is just what the overlay looks like by itself with no background. So it's just a bunch of flashing stuff, whatever you want to call it. So to add that effect, of course, you do the same thing. This is just another thing I use. I only use like a second of it though, so it's not really, I didn't use this one, but it's a thing included in the overlay pack. It's fire, of course. I'm trying to see all the overlays that I use. Here's another one that I did use. And this is another one I use. There's a lot of different ways to use overlays when making these type of videos, but I'm just showing you the basis of how you do that. And this is another cool one I did. I think I changed the color of it to make it look different. So this is the overlay we have for that, and composite it over this video. So for all of the clips, for most of the clips, I used a shake effect, S_shake, S_shake, and most of the settings for shake are pretty similar. So if you want to just look at it and copy it for your video, you can do that. And I have a few transitions. I also did a few things in After Effects when I finished this, make it look a bit better. Yeah, as you can see, this is one transition I use as well. And it zooms into this, and then it does like a little digital damage effect that I showed earlier, and it goes right into the next one. And of course I have my sound effects under in those parts of the video. So for this one I used two overlays. There's a different way to add overlays as well. If you want to use more than one overlay, you can also do that. You can like mix and match them to make your own cool looking effect. So I changed the color of this one to red because I thought it looked a bit better and fit. Because, you know, but you can also change it to blue or whatever you think works. This one is nothing really special. For this one I actually added two of the effects overlays. So I did the the one I used earlier, and then I did a different one, but instead I used a tint to turn it red because it's originally white. So, 1 second. Alright, so this is what it looks like. It's blended together. That's why it looks a bit crazy, but it eventually ends, and then you have this one, and it zooms in for the final scene. So if you want to add, it's pretty much the same method. You add both to screen, and you move them in the order that you want them to appear on the screen, of course. And as you see for this one, I added a quick effect of that overlay to this one. So a lot of this video is really just overlays, you know, of course the editing and a few special transitions. As for the rest of the video, the rest is pretty much just simply, you know, small cuts and matching the video with the music, like always, making sure everything is lined up and set. Other than that is about it. That's all there is to really making this type of AMV, unless you're, of course there's a lot more other things you can be doing, but it's not always necessary unless you just want to do something complicated. So that's it for this tutorial video. Thanks for watching, and yeah, have a nice day. What the fuck is this? 3%, bro, like 3%. You know how little that is?